everyone, Kite here.
And Flex.
And today we have a movie review. Super exciting. We just saw Superman 2025, directed by James Gunn, and we loved it. So this is our unedited,
unfiltered,
very honest review. In fact, this is probably the most honest movie review of this movie you're going to see because we don't have any kind of, we pay for our movie tickets. We're not getting sponsored to go see a movie. We're not getting any kind of kickback. We just like seeing movies.
And we liked seeing Superman.
And I actually I prefer DC to Marvel.
I'm very 50-50.
Yeah, so I prefer DC to Marvel, so I was excited about this movie. It looked really good. The cast looked amazing, and so we're just going to talk a little bit about our reaction non-spoiler, and then we are going to say spoiler, and then we're going to talk into that. So watch the first half to not get spoiled, and then watch the second half if you've seen the movie or you want to hear about all the twists. So, okay, let's start.
I think it's a fantastic comic book movie. I think as far as comic book movies go, this one really feels like a comic book in all of the best ways. It's colorful, it's fun, it can be a little cheesy, but it has a lot of heart.
Yes, but the cheesiness of the film wasn't ever in a way that made me roll my eyes.
It's not cringe.
No, it just kind of felt like you're watching like an old, I watched Batman the Animated Series and Superman and Justice League, the cartoon shows, and it has that same level of kind of just like humor and camp to it.
Yes.
Which for James Gunn is on par because he's known for being very silly.
Yes.
But never in a way that's like irreverent. I shouldn't say never for James Gunn because some of his past
James Gunn is very irreverent.
Like Drax was an idiot.
Right.
I don't like James Gunn's Marvel characters.
Except for Guardians 2, which is the best Marvel movie.
And even then I hated what he did with Drax.
Sad Drax.
But, so me even not really liking James Gunn's last movie, I loved this movie so much. And so I think it's a testament to him being able to leave. You know how some directors can become too much of a meme, like Wes Anderson we've talked about, has become so much of a meme of his own work that is like, it's eye-roll inducing. But this movie, I didn't really feel like it had his stamp on it, It didn't really have, like, the threads of, I can see it's a James Gunn film. Like, it just didn't feel that way to me.
I mean, the most James Gunn thing about the movie, I think, is the fact that there are lots of fun, cute little CG animals throughout it. I mean, that is a James Gunn stamp trademark, and the fact that Sean Gunn is in the movie.
So, Astro is his dog.
Yes.
And that's not a spoiler. They showed him.
You see him front and center every single piece of Superman media.
Significantly in the first teaser they showed of Astro jumping around on
Crypto.
him. Or Crypto.
Astro is from Guardians of the Galaxy.
See? I'm getting confused.
Oh, no!
Yeah, Crypto, who we looked at.
An unfortunate name, in retrospect.
I know, because, yeah.
He had it first.
It has nothing to do with Crypto Coin.
Because he's like Crypto Knight.
He had it first. Crypto Coin can, go kick rocks. But Crypto, Superman's dog, super, super cute. And there was a part in the movie where we looked at each other and we're like, that's Penny.
It's Penny!
Our dog Penny is just like Crypto. It was cute to see that because it didn't feel like it was, you know how some movie animals, they can make them kind of cringy.
Well, I think a lot of movie animals fall into the trope of either being like hero dog.
Yeah.
Where it's like the dog is somehow the smartest thing in the movie.
Or it goes way into the other opposite direction.
Or just like the dumbest.
Yeah.
But
Crypto is somewhere like in the middle.
Crypto is a real dog.
Crypto felt like a real dog.
Crypto is a real dog that has superpowers.
Like if you have a golden doodle, you might
have a Crypto.
You might have Crypto in your house.
And I mean, the cool thing about it, and it is like a James Gunn stamp at this point, but I felt like nothing that he did in this movie. And I'm a very big fan of his work. I've seen the majority of his stuff. I think in general, when he is constrained to like a PG-13 rating or Superman, and he wants to be very reverent to the original material, it really makes him shine. Because start to finish, this movie is well written, it's very well acted, it's well paced, and it's fun.
It's
nonstop.
really, really fun. And that was such a big thing because DC has been known. It's become like a meme that they're like the
Dark.
dark and the gray filter, and they're moody because of the Batman films and Joker, and Justice League had that really dark film grain to it. Zack Snyder, Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel. Like, it's just very serious,
Which is
and
funny.
somber.
The comics are the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like, outside of Batman, and even Batman can be ridiculous, but like
Mm-hmm.
DC comics are very fun, very light.
Yeah.
It's fantasy. It's gods and monsters.
Right.
And Marvel is very science-based.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot more tragedy, I feel like, in Marvel. And not to say there's not like great tragic DC runs, but
Yeah.
DC is color.
Yeah.
Right? Like The Flash,
Right.
Superman, Wonder Woman, like very bright,
Green
vibrant.
Lanterns, like their outfits are super, super bright.
Mm-hmm.
So DC fell into that like dark, moody trap, and this movie it breaks away from that completely, but not in a way that's obnoxious.
No.
It's never like, oh, bright, like disco, like I would say Guardians, James Gunn loves to use color
Loves
in
color.
his superhero movies. He didn't have to do it in Superman in a way that felt out of place for it.
No. In fact, I think what he did was he replicated a lot of comics from the 50s all the way to today.
Yeah.
Like I was showing you outfits. Some of the characters I won't spoil. Some of them, they're in the trailer, like Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific's outfit is like one to
The
one.
exact same, yeah.
With his original outfit. It's very white and red and vibrant and cool.
Yeah.
Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, super bright whenever he's doing his ring constructs. Like a lot of color where it needs to be, a lot of vibrancy, but it's not over the top.
No, it's not in a way that just feels like it's out of place.
Yeah,
either.
it's not
It
trying to be like
fits-
extreme
Right.
or overly vibrant.
No.
It feels like a Superman comic.
Yeah, it's just like the lighting for the film was very bright.
Mm-hmm.
There was no like, oh, the dark gray filter that a lot of
Yeah.
movies like to use. Like
The Snyder
we
filter.
Even say even the last superhero movie we saw was Thunderbolts.
Right, which is
And
very dark.
That had a really dark color scheme to it.
I mean, it's a dark movie.
It's a dark movie, but the lighting was so,
Yes, it's drab.
Yes, it's
It
really,
looks like a
really
military
drab.
movie.
Like everyone's wearing black, all the uniforms. So it was just so nice to see like the bright poppy. It just felt very fresh, and the cast was absolutely incredible.
Cast is probably my favorite part of the movie.
We don't even know this guy's name. That's really sad.
David Cornsweet.
Was he really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like corn sweat.
Cornsweet.
So
Or sweet, I don't know. I don't know how you say it.
Superman was just fantastic. I'd never
Crushed it.
seen him in anything before.
Crushed
but he was fantastic. I mean, they could not have picked a better guy to be Superman. And I really, really loved the way he portrayed the character as well. It felt so much like the classic Superman, the animated Superman that I grew up with.
Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah, it just very sweet, wholesome. Like
He doesn't swear.
no, he's
Which, Captain America doesn't swear either.
Yeah.
But like the way Superman doesn't swear
Yeah.
is cute.
Yes, he very much feels like good American Boy Scout.
Yes.
Like Pledge of Allegiance type of,
Mhm.
I'd never heard
Truth,
of like
justice,
that.
the American way.
But it was never in an obnoxious way, like how some characters will refrain from punishing somebody because, oh, I can't do it. It was never like that. It was just like, oh, golly, I just want to help you. It was that kind of like cute, lovable, wholesome. And that's so refreshing to see,
Yes.
It was just, he was so nice. I really loved Lois Lane. She was played by Rachel Brosnahan, who I know from Mrs. Maisel. I loved that character. She was absolutely fantastic. Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen
Jimmy
might be the best cast character in the
Yeah.
entire movie. I don't like. If you've ever seen The Righteous Gemstones, you know
Yeah,
this kid
Gideon.
from that, and he's great in that show. But holy cow, that is what I like see Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
When I read the comics, when I see the show, like that's him, and this kid just became Jimmy Olsen
Yeah.
in the coolest way.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite thing about the movie, and we were talking about this in the car ride home, is that it is a Superman movie, but Superman is never the only driving force
No.
in the movie. Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, the Daily Planet characters, like the superheroes you see in the trailer, other characters you haven't seen, they all have their moment,
Right.
and all of it is earned. there's nothing in the movie that I felt was just there for the sake of being there.
No, he didn't have to add any. And sometimes Superman has such a long lineage. When was his first appearance?
It's like the 30s.
Like really, really
Action
decades,
comics.
right?
Yeah.
Decades
almost 100 years of Superman.
Of characters and whatnot. And I feel like it would have been really, really easy for James Gunn to oh, let's fit this character. Let's have an Easter egg here. Let's have an Easter egg here. Let's have an Easter egg. Like, there was none of that.
No. And the Easter, the cameo characters we won't spoil that were there are there with good reason.
Right.
It's part of the larger
Yes.
James Gunn universe that he's been working on for the last few years.
And we will get into that in the spoiler part of the review. But for now, I just appreciated how it just didn't...
Nothing felt ham-fisted
right.
or forced.
Nothing felt like it was there as a gimmick.
Right.
It was just, let's just have a character in the background just because the real fans will know it. There was none of that.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
There's
it
none
just
of that.
felt like a very realistic slice of Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
And I really loved the Art Deco look because that's what Metropolis is known for, right?
It was really good.
It was so good because it was modern. I mean, it took place, in today's, in current
They
day.
have cell phones.
But it had an Art Deco. The Daily Planet was Art Deco. Some of the architecture and just the vibe of it felt vintage at the same time as being modern. And I love that style so much. It's like one of my favorite architecture periods. So I was really, really happy to see that because I think a problem with a lot of superhero movies today is they don't have a good style. It just seems like it's just New York. But there's nothing this is Metropolis. It doesn't exist.
It's not even New York. It's Ontario, Canada, right? They're filming it in Georgia or Canada. It's never actually filmed in New York.
It's not actually New York.
This feels like Metropolis.
Yeah,
it doesn't
feels
look like New
its
York.
own city.
Yes.
No, it just feels like its own city.
And you get a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Like the city is just as much a character in the movie
right.
as the actual actors.
They go, they have different locations and whatnot. So I really just appreciated that it has its own visual distinct style that they carried over. And Metropolis just didn't look like a carbon copy of, it looks like New York. Like, no, they actually tried to get sets and locations that looked thematic for the universe. I really liked that.
Very curious what this universe Gotham City is going to look like.
Oh my god!
If this is Metropolis, then what is Gotham?
So Gotham has always been super, super dark and grimy.
Is the sky going to be red?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So James Gunn is going to handle all that stuff, right?
Well, James Gunn is the Kevin Feige. He's overseeing the creation of all of these things, but he's not directing all of them.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing, right? Like, he wants to do Superman, let him have Superman. He wants to do Creature Commandos, let him have Creature Commandos. Like, he has his projects, and then, what's coming next? That's not him. That's other directors.
By someone else.
He's just overseeing. Now, the one thing I think this movie does great is it doesn't repeat or retread anything you've seen before. It starts in the middle, and it expects you. It never says, like, I need to tell you something about Mr. Terrific. It's like, no, if you don't know who he is, that's fine.
Yeah,
you will understand as the movie goes on.
Yeah.
And it does such a good job of never explaining anything because you're stupid, rather than, I'm taking you with me. Trust me, you're going to enjoy the ride.
Right.
You're going to enjoy the ride the way it unfolds. You don't need the exposition. You don't need the explanation.
No. We've already seen the origin story many times with a lot of these characters. Like, how many times have you seen Pearls in an Alley?
This might be the most respectful superhero movie ever made.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't insult you by saying, "Oh, do you want to know where Superman came from? Do you want to know about his parents?"
It's a tiny little brief in the beginning.
It's a text scroll.
I think is, yes. And there's some lore there too for someone to unpack. But yeah, I just love the pacing of it was so quick. Like
it's
you
so
said,
quick.
it starts right in the middle of action. There's no lead up. There's no, he's already working at the Daily Planet. There's no, congratulations, Clark. There's
no, hi, I'm Clark. Oh, I'm Lois.
Oh, hello. No. Everything's already established, and I love that so much because it's so quick. You're just immediately into it and you hit the ground running. There's no slow parts of this movie, but it doesn't feel rushed at all either. It's not like it doesn't feel like anything got cut out. It's not like there's going to be a director's cut that adds 1 extra hour. No, everything felt appropriate and well paced. And it didn't drag, it didn't, it didn't go too fast. It was just like absolutely perfect.
So we haven't talked about the one thing in this movie that I think I've not seen another Superman movie do, which is Lex Luthor.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
he's in
yes,
other
we haven't
Superman
talked
movies.
about it. Yeah.
But the Lex Luthor in this movie, and without spoiling anything, is so well done.
Yes.
And so like well acted. My goodness. It's
really
drips evil. Like so good.
We're not going to say anything about him
Until
up
spoiler
until
section.
the spoiler section, just because of how different they approached this.
Different but appropriate.
Yeah, no, completely.
It's Lex Luthor to
it
its
is Lex
core,
Luthor.
but just in a way that is so
right.
It feels right.
Like
it
they
feels
don't
earned.
show you anything about him in the trailer for a good reason now. It's like the things you see in the trailer.
You
now
just get
you know,
like
yes,
his
just
emotions.
glimpses. Right.
But oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
That actor, Holt. Something Holt, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
He is phenomenal.
Yeah,
I've never seen him in something bad.
Lily Rose Depp's husband in Nosferatu. He was Anya Taylor-Joy's boyfriend in The Menu. He's just good.
He's good. He's very good.
Yeah.
And he crushes
Yeah.
Mr. Luthor.
Yep. Yeah, it's just fantastic. So
music was great.
the music was amazing. It was a callback to the original
John
score,
Williams.
yeah, by the Christopher Reeves films. And it made me, I teared up a few times too.
Yeah.
Just because the music and the moments, it was just really, really well done. There wasn't anything inappropriate in it too. That I feel like sometimes directors will put like one gimmicky, inappropriate joke or something
Which
like
James
that.
Gunn is like known for.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
shocked he was as
he didn't do
reserved as he was.
anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like he must really love Superman because
Yes.
his portrayal of him felt very protective in a way. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't ever want him to look foolish. He didn't ever want him to be put in a position where he was mocked or anything like that. I'd be very curious to see if he's like a lifelong fan or if this was
I'm sure.
But you could tell like he really loves this character and there was like this protectiveness
Yes.
of him, that just I really just I haven't seen, because a lot of superhero movies will make the hero the butt of the joke, or they'll say something with there's like an egg on their face moment, but that never happened with this film, not with him, nor with any of the characters. It just felt it was very, very fun, but it was also entirely appropriate and respectful. And so I'm one of the people, I will tell you, I've gotten really sick and tired of like that Marvel style of humor where they have to say some stupid or self-depreciating, like I don't like that. I don't like self-depreciation as a humor technique. So I was really glad to see there was none of that in this film, which makes me just like it even more, because there's other ways to have humor. Like
Yes.
you don't have to make a
This
diss
movie
at
is
yourself.
very funny.
It's extremely
It is
funny.
extremely funny, but it's not in the ways that you expect it to be.
No.
It's very wholesome. I think all of the jokes are earned. Like, yeah, there are a couple of jokes that I think are more like they're playful and like pointed, but it's never mean.
No.
It's never trying to shock you or be subversive.
Right.
It's good humor.
Yeah,
like
it's
I would
just-
equate it to like
it's-
Ghostbusters.
yeah.
Where everyone's just having fun and you can tell they're having fun.
Yeah, it was just really sweet and wholesome. So definitely like a family-friendly film.
Absolutely.
But also just, it felt very, I loved the whole, and I won't get too much into this in this, but I loved the overall message of it.
Yeah.
I will say. It was just really, really, it was nice.
If I was a kid and this movie
yeah.
existed, I would have it on
Yeah.
repeat every day of my life because it's
Yes.
just a really fun movie.
And he's such like he's such a good character that I would if we had a son and he was like, I want to be like Super, I'd be like, yes.
Thank God you want to be like Superman.
Yes.
You know,
like specifically this Superman. Like he just it was just a very really, really fun, sweet, like enjoyable movie that I can't really remember having this kind of like well-rounded, enjoyable experience for a movie of this genre.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I loved Guardians 2, but I would say even Guardians 2 has like, there are things in it that are meaner. There are things in it that are like more cruel and like
again, like the self-depreciation.
Right.
Oh, we have to make jokes. Oh, I'm an ugly like,
I think that's the interesting thing is, my favorite Marvel movies like Guardians 2, Infinity War, but those are meaner movies.
Yeah.
Like Infinity War,
yeah.
everyone dies, right?
Yes.
Like I do like the dark kind of broody Marvel, but it's kind of amazing that you have this Superman movie, which I would say like the closest thing we've had to something like this is probably like the 1989 Batman movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the closest analogy I can come up with because it's fun.
Right.
It wants to have fun, but it also is going to play with characters play in a universe you're familiar with, but never disrespect it in a way.
No.
Or like go off book like the Nolan Batmans do. And like, we're going to go dark and edgy and Batman's not actually Batman.
And
he's just a rich dude. Like,
yeah.
It's so respectful of the source material
Right.
while still being its own thing.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. This story is unique, right? Like I've read a lot of Superman. One of my favorite comics of all time is All-Star Superman, which is that's not an extremely nuanced take. It's a great read, but like it's hard to do Superman well because he's so powerful.
Yeah, right.
And,
how
like,
do you make how do you make an antagonist?
How do you make
a guy
a
that's
challenge
super
for him to solve? And this movie does a good job of that in a way that the other movies haven't.
Right.
So like truly just all around bravo for pulling this off.
No, just it's we were talking about it, we were saying like it was kind of just like a flawless movie. Like we actually don't have any kind of criticisms.
The only criticism I can give is I need more.
Yeah, I know.
Like now?
We want a sequel.
I want a sequel. I want more of David Corn Sweat in my life.
Like,
I love that man.
Please let this be kind of a reboot on DC, which has been struggling.
Well, it is.
You know? Because I kind of feel like they've just had like a lot of misses.
So the new DCU, as of today, is James Gunn's Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, which is great, and then this.
Yeah.
And then what comes next, I'm not going to say because it is technically a spoiler. But like so far, so good.
Yeah.
I love James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Like, I love that movie. The Harley Quinn sections could have been cut, but like the rest of that movie, great.
Margot Robbie, I hope we're done.
I think we're done.
I really hope we're done.
I think we're done.
Could not stand her as Harley Quinn. Please.
I think we're done. But
I hope so.
I mean, he's doing good. He's doing good so far.
Yeah. No, I just I was very, very pleased with this. So definitely recommend it if you're looking for something that's just like a nice, fun, enjoyable movie. A really good superhero movie.
See it on the biggest screen you can.
Yeah, go see it while it's in theaters. And now we're going to talk about spoilers because there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
There's a lot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the spoiler about Lex Luthor that we alluded to earlier.
Yes.
The thing I loved about Lex Luthor, that they don't show you this in the trailer, is that he is, I don't know that much about him, so I don't know if this is accurate.
What is it, the third?
Oh, yeah. You looked it up.
He's the second smartest.
No, Batman was the second smartest, wasn't
No, oh, okay. No, actually, the list is Lex Luthor is the smartest person in the DCU.
Yeah.
Batman is the second smartest.
Yeah.
And Mr. Terrific is the
Right.
third.
Yeah.
Which is cool that we had two of the top three smartest DC characters
Right.
in a single movie. But he is smart.
Yes, and it
Wickedly
shows
smart.
in this movie. Like, he's absolutely just incredibly intelligent. But what I liked was because a lot of these movies, like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, was working by himself.
Yes.
For the most part. He didn't have like this whole entire little squad. Lex Luthor is manning this station that has about like a dozen, henchmen.
Yeah, programmer
They're his
types.
henchmen.
Yes,
right.
but they're all nerds.
They're all nerds, but they're all doing what he says. It's not even like they're there begrudgingly. It's like, no, they're Team Luthor.
Yeah,
they're
like him.
hyping each other. Like,
it's so funny, too, because like when they're trying to solve problems, they're not trying to solve them for the good of mankind.
Yeah.
They're trying to solve them because it's like they want Lex Luthor's agenda to follow through. It's such a good
they're his
little
henchmen.
villain construct.
Yeah, they're just all their little black shirts, their little earpiece, okay, we got him, Luthor. I really liked that because I felt that was so incredibly realistic that I haven't seen for a villain to have his entourage
his employees.
henchmen. Yes.
Well, he is first and foremost a CEO. He is a genius, and the movie never lets him be stupid.
No.
He is not foiled because of stupidity.
No.
Which is so good.
He never makes a mistake.
He never makes a mistake.
Right.
He is outsmarted. I wouldn't even say outsmarted. He is outperformed by Superman, but he is never outsmarted.
No.
Like, that is such a good, bold right thing to do with Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it's not like he made a mistake or there was any plot hole for his downfall. It's literally just Superman made an observation and put two and two together.
And the way that they like the background of his pocket universe prison, the monkeys creating outrage on keyboards to like create subversion for Superman. Like, it's so smart because it's leaning into a lot of the problems we deal with today.
Right.
But taking all of that and combining it into one single malicious human being.
Yes.
Who's actually smart.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the Lex Luthor's the main antagonist, but he does have his two other like his super soldiers.
Yes.
Which were
well, spoilers, but obviously one is Bizarro, a clone of Superman.
Okay, that one okay, let's talk about that. The first guy you see fighting Superman, the first fight, is the Barovian Hammer. And so in the conflict in the movie, there are these two
fictitious
nations, just like Metropolis isn't real. So there's these two fictitious nations. They're at war with each other because one has invaded the other with the intention of wiping them out. And so Superman comes to the rescue of the oppressed country, and it created some political friction because they're like, you actually didn't have authorization to do that from the U.S. government. Like, are you working on behalf of the country? Like, who's, you know, who gave you the go ahead to go ahead and do that? And the things that you do, you escalated it. And so that is like the main conflict. Mm-hmm. But in the beginning, you see this guy, like the Barovian Hammer,
who's just like this dude in a mech suit.
Yeah, he's just in this mech suit. You don't know who it is. But then you find out later, he strips him down and it's this guy in a black suit. Just like a kind of weird, padded, armored suit. But then at the end, when you find out that Superman like takes this guy and he like brings him down the ozone and pushes him in the ground. And
the ozone specifically.
His mask rips off. Okay. And you start to see like glimpses of his hair and his face comes off. And it's his face. It's Superman. And then Lex Luthor says, I made a clone of you. I freaked out.
Well,
I started hitting him repeatedly in the theater.
He's like, he's not as smart as you.
Yeah, right when he said that. He said something, I made a clone of you. And he's even stupider than you were. I was like, oh my, I freaked out because I freaking love Bizarro.
And I actually said, when James Gunn made Suicide Squad, and he put Starro in it, I said, this man's going to run the DCU. I guarantee you he's going to do Bizarro.
Well,
I guarantee you. And you're like, he's not going to do it. I'm like, no, absolutely. I know this man. He will do Bizarro.
Because I've been telling you for years. I'm like, I want to see Bizarro in a movie. I want to see Bizarro. I want to see like Henry Cavill play Bizarro, play the ugly version of Superman. And so I freaked out.
You did freak out.
When I out.
She was losing it.
I was like slapping his arms because I didn't know at all. That was like not.
It's a good twist.
I've been, enjoying the movie and whatnot, but that was just like. So I'm a little biased to thinking this movie is freaking fantastic because someone acknowledged, some of the...
One of the greatest Superman villains of all time.
Well, he's such a tragic character,
He is great. I mean, like, all-star Superman.
He wants to be Superman.
Yeah, it's so good.
So in the film, he gets pushed into a black hole. And I guarantee the next time we see him...
We're going to see him in Supergirl.
He's going to look awful.
We are going to see him in Supergirl. Yeah, I'm calling it right now.
The ending to this movie was so good too because when Superman is back in his what's that?
Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, Fortress of Solitude. His cousin, they're like, "Oh, your cousin's here," and she's like busts through a door and she comes to get Krypto, and then you find out like Supergirl is Krypto's owner, and she's like kind of a mess. She's like stumbling in, and
they even say like she goes to Red Dwarf planets so she can get drunk.
Yeah, Superman's like, you can't get drunk because of the sun on Earth. So he's never been drunk. He probably doesn't drink any alcohol.
He doesn't drink, doesn't want to drink.
And his cousin's such a mess. So I really, really liked that.
So one thing I want to talk about in spoiler section is on our previous videos. You have mentioned specifically your disdain for these superhero movies because the people around them don't react.
I've said this.
What was your thought about this movie?
It was great.
Right, because he's constantly saving people.
He's constantly
and they're
saving
constantly like checking in with him. They love him. They react to him.
And they're making so this has been a complaint. I said I don't want to see another pedestrian get saved because I find it boring, right? In this film, however, Superman would save a pedestrian, and they actually do something. They get up. Or they drive away. Thank you, Superman, for giving me more time. This other pedestrian's like, hey, buddy, don't worry. Like, it felt very much like Spider-Man saving the people.
Yes.
When they're carrying him, like, he's just a kid.
Yeah, you know
like,
what? I should have said Batman.
Energy.
This movie has like Sam Raimi Spider-Man energy.
Yeah, it does. It
like,
really does.
It really does.
Like, that's what it felt like.
Batman and Spider-Man, like, that's the closest thing we're getting to this movie. Yeah, you're right.
Because that humor in the Sam Raimi films is so funny.
Yeah, this movie has like Sam Raimi energy.
Does.
I didn't even think about that.
And that's why I think I liked it so much.
Yeah.
It felt like an old movie, though.
It did.
It felt like an old movie, and there was something very nostalgic about that.
There is a scene, you've seen it in the trailer, or if you've seen the movie in the spoiler section, you know, where you're fighting a big kaiju in the city. And the most, like, just well thought out thing in that scene is you have the Justice Gang fighting the kaiju, and they're super excited, right? Like, you know, the Green Lantern's wailing on them, Hawkgirl's poking him in the eye. But Superman's whole focus is saving a kid, saving a squirrel. He literally saves a squirrel, which is the cutest thing.
I
but
know.
like, his focus is not, how do I take this thing down?
Yeah.
It's, how do I save as many people as possible? And then, how do I save this creature?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't get to save the creature, but he said, like, I wanted to save him. We could have taken him to some tourist exhibit.
Right.
Like,
and then he was
so wholesome.
He was very concerned, too, because when they killed it, they didn't do it in a very nice way. They basically exploded it from the inside out. And then he told them, he's like, we could have done that more humanely.
Oh.
I love Superman.
He's a good guy.
He's just so sweet, you know? He's just such a sweet character. And the end message to them, I mean, the whole movie, we talked about this because we're like, it was so funny. Superman was the main character.
Yes.
Like Clark, you only saw him for like,
you get Clark for less than 5 minutes of the movie.
and that's it. The rest of it is Superman.
Yeah.
There is no like, I don't want to be Superman. I don't want to wear the cape.
No.
It's just like,
that'd be stupid.
he wants to save people. Oh, and they also explain the reason, and I haven't seen this explained
that
before.
was brilliant. This is brilliant.
This is so good.
This is so good. Bless you, James Gunn. Bless you.
That Clark's glasses work, right? He puts them on. Oh, it's Clark Kent. He takes them off. It's Superman. And no one can recognize it. Like, it's just a pair of glasses.
Nope.
His glasses
Hypno glasses.
Hypno glasses. So when you look at him wearing the glasses, he has a totally different face. A totally different face. When he takes it, he looks like Superman. That is freaking genius.
It's so good.
It's so good. And there's one part in the film too. I mean, please just go see this movie. If you're listening to this,
if you're in the spoiler section,
I
like,
hope
what are
you've
you
already
doing?
seen the movie and you're already like, you're just living down, you're going down memory lane after having already seen it.
Is that not recording?
No, it's this.
Okay, good.
So I hope you've already seen the movie, but if you haven't at this point, there is one section where he gets in prison and Lex Luthor is finding ways, really awful ways to exploit his empathy for people that he saved. And so when he talks about people that he's going to go, harm in order to get to him, he's like, or maybe I'll go after that one reporter you seem to spend a lot of time with, Clark Kent. And everyone, it's building up to where you think it's Lois Lane.
Right.
But then you're like, oh, it's Clark Kent.
Because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know because he doesn't.
Because he has the hypno glasses.
He has the hypno glasses. Even the smartest man hasn't figured it out. And I just loved that because they had him do it in that delivery for a reason. I thought, oh, that's so funny. One of the
this movie has like a lot of little twists like that.
Yeah.
That just work so well.
And there was one of the guys, the characters in the movie is Element Man, right?
Element Man.
Yeah.
Yes. Who's like from the 50s.
Yeah. This is
so
like a
cool.
super, super old character.
Super old character. And like, not only did they make Element Man a key character and plot point of this movie, but they kept his outfit the same.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like he does in like the 1950s and 40s comics. Like,
and it just fits. Like, it doesn't feel out of place at all.
Not at all.
Because of the style of it.
It works. Well, I think that's the thing is like, everything in this movie works because it leans into the accepted fantasy of like what makes DC special.
Right. And I love that though, because one of my complaints with superhero films is that the citizens seem so unrealistically unbothered by the existence of superheroes and whatnot. So right from the start, they tell you metahumans are a thing that exists in Metropolis. And yeah, the people are very like aware and involved and recognize. They kind of have a, the opening scene, where they even express some disgruntled emotion toward him, like, hey, maybe this won't be happening. Maybe we won't be getting this retaliation if you didn't go above and beyond what you should have done. Like,
Right.
they're talking with him. They're interacting with him. They're not just bystanders. It feels like a real active city, and I like that. Again, Sam Raimi, Spider-Man energy, because that was the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man was, the man of his city. So I just really loved how real it felt. It makes it feel that much. You get invested more in him wanting to save the city, or
Yeah.
the significance of that, if the city is kind of just its own character, But I will say Nathan Fillion's character.
Oh my gosh.
as the Green Lantern was so funny.
Guy Gardner.
So
Holy crap.
we knew he was going to be funny from the trailer because he had that.
He had the haircut.
he had that haircut.
But he is phenomenal.
He's
Which
so
we had
funny.
no doubt. I mean, Nathan Fillion is never not
No.
great.
He's so smarmy though,
He's so smarmy.
He's so smarmy, but it's not in like a way where he's like an asshole or a jackass.
No, I want a whole, and I'm glad we're getting the Lantern
Yes.
show, because I want more of him.
Yeah.
I need that
Yes.
smug superhero.
It's not at all unlikable. I'm trying to think of an equivalent to where it's like you have these characters that just, they're
Overly confident in themselves.
They're overly confident, but in a way that is lovable. That's like what Guy Gardner's character, or what's his name?
Guy
Nathan
Gardner.
Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion, yeah.
So Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner,
Which I
was
mean
just
is
like
also
this
like the
very-
comic.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a total jerk, but it's great.
But it's in a way where
that would be real though. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to think not everyone is going to be Superman. Not everyone's going to be Batman.
Yeah.
You're going to have people that are just like, yeah, I'm totally doing this
Right.
for the fame,
And
right?
I loved though there was no freaking infighting. My God, I am sick of the infighting.
But I mean, the way that they did it, instead it's like, hey, you could do that better.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
critique each other, but it's like giving feedback.
It's like-
versus I'm gonna punch you for what you
yes,
just did.
it's your coworkers.
Yes.
Rather
They
than
act like coworkers.
They
That's such
get
a-
into-
yeah.
Yes, they're just like coworkers. Sometimes your
Mhm.
coworkers just like, really, please, you're gonna like that was the energy. But there was no stupid infighting. There's no one running off. I'm gonna do my own thing. It was just they were independent forces that were employed at the same company, basically, and that's the energy that it was.
Mr. Terrific has to be one of my favorite characters. I've never read a Mr. Terrific comic or seen him in anything before.
Yeah.
Gotta be one of my favorite characters in this
Mm-hmm.
movie. And when he says, "Why did you bring the dog?" I was dead. I was dead.
I know.
It's just there are moments like that where it's not a jab. He's not saying, Superman, you're stupid for having this
Right.
dog. It's like, why did you bring the dog?
'Cause
Because
yeah.
earlier the dog ate Mr.
Yeah, he
Terrific's
destroyed his
cameras,
stuff.
his spheres.
His stuff.
It's like
So-
those little moments are so
Yeah.
well executed, and they happen throughout the entire movie
Mm-hmm.
nonstop.
My favorite joke in the entire movie. It's so funny.
Is it Guy Gardner?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is a
With-
twist because
Yes,
the trailer,
it is a twist.
the trailer for this movie, when you see the little boy raising the flag in the desert,
Yeah.
you see Superman. It's
Right.
like Superman's coming to save the day. That's not what happens in the
No.
movie. So the trailer is a trick.
Yes.
What happens in the movie is
What happens in the movie is this little boy is raising a flag trying to rally and call Superman to come save them, like he did. And Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, arrives. And he puts this protective spear around this little boy. The little boy looks up confused. And he looks up, he's like, "Hey kid, I know you wanted Superman, but he ain't coming, so you're getting an upgrade."
so good.
He has,
And then he
like-
proceeds to make
Yeah,
middle finger
middle
emojis.
finger
And he's just
emojis in the
punching
film.
all of the soldiers
He's just
away. It's so good.
Yeah, he's such a funny character. So I just really the whole entire cast.
Hawk Girl was
I
great.
loved her because the screeching was so freaking unsettling.
It was.
I did
It's
not
what she
like
does.
her screaming. It sounds like a hawk,
Mhm.
but it was creepy.
Yeah.
That thing,
Well-
her coming down the hallway screaming. I was screeching. It was.
I
very
want more
creepy.
of her, and I like that one scene where she's holding the the evil
Oh yeah,
prime
she's
minister,
holding, yeah,
and he's
the
like, "Oh,
president.
Superman wouldn't you won't kill me. You're too delicate."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm not Superman."
Yeah,
She just
she
drops
just
him.
drops him. And then the transition is someone dropping an Alka-Seltzer
Oh, he was
into
great.
water.
I
Oh,
forget
yeah.
his name, but the SNL guy.
Yeah.
Who
Who
was
is
just
that guy?
just a Daily Planet
Yeah.
lackey. All of the Daily Planet staff.
I know, they were really, really
phenomenal.
likable. Yes.
They need to make a show that is just the Daily Planet characters
Right.
solving mysteries.
Because so everyone in this film, everybody contributed.
If you're in the movie,
If you were in the movie,
you contributed.
You contributed.
to the solution of the movie.
Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and
Mr.
Mr. Terrific were helping out. Well, Mr. Terrific was actually helping
Mr. Terrific and
Superman.
Lois Lane went on an adventure.
Right.
Like in the middle of the movie, you get like
they
a
go
side
on
movie.
their own adventure, but they were helping in the conflict. And then you have the whole entire Daily Planet staff. Lois Lane is dictating what Jimmy's to type because she found all of this information. And so they, in real time, are getting an article out and published.
About Lex Luthor.
Breaking news about his
Corruption.
involvement, right. Who's basically funding all of the weapons to this conflict purely because he hates Superman and he wanted to destroy him. So he's like, there is no conflict. I made that up because I hate you and I want to destroy you. And his hatred for Superman was so palpable and real. And you really felt this guy freaking hates this man.
I mean, he said that.
Yes.
He goes on a hate
hates
monologue.
him. Yes.
And it's so
he
good.
cannot stand him.
I mean, the scene where he shot the dude, like,
Oh, I know.
that was just like
Yeah.
pure evil. And he's like, I'm gonna go, when he does
Yeah.
the Clark Kent thing, like, I'm gonna go find someone else to, make
Yeah.
you feel bad.
Right. He just
He's
completely
like, I will kill you, but I have to keep you alive for now.
evil sociopath.
Just evil.
But just hates Superman. And you're like, it's kind of like this weird inferiority complex. Like he envies him in such this way. And Superman even says, like, your obsession with me is very creepy.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so obsessed with me?
It's because Lex is the smartest man, but like
Yeah.
he's still not Superman.
Well, he even tried to say one line in the film where he's like, brain always beats brawn. He made this test to himself.
Yeah.
Where I have to outsmart this superhero, this alien being that just wants to do good. I have to be better than him. It was his own doing. Like, no one is forcing him to do this. This was his own funded hatred because he can't stand not being the best.
And it's so like well written because
Yeah.
he goes on this tirade at the end, and Superman's like, "This is what you've gotten wrong the whole time." It's like, you call me an alien, but I'm a human. I make
Yeah.
mistakes. I put on my boots one foot at a time. Like he's going through this whole like why he's human, and he's like, and you are too.
Right.
And he's like, I hope you can learn to be better, the same way that all humans can. It's like
Right.
he still is trying to see the good in this just
Yeah.
horrible, horrible person.
He's trying to get to him, and I love this. The confrontation at the end, it was a stare down, but Lex Luthor is the only time you see him. Yeah, he gets like angry,
He gets angry, but-
and pissed off, and he's pouting. But when Superman confronts him like this at the end, and he knows he's lost, he's got these like, you could feel he's so angry.
Yeah,
he's
he's
just got
just-
like these tears.
he's
in his
rage
eyes.
crying.
Yeah,
He's, like, so angry,
rage
he's crying.
He's just like crying because he knows he's lost. He sees on the news the report has broke that he's the mastermind behind all of this, that he fabricated all of this, stuff about the war, and he had been funding them weapons and whatnot to destroy Superman, had lied about him. So I love to see him get defeated in that way. And he didn't have to get killed. It's not a Superman. No, he got arrested. He got taken. They said, all right, we're going to take him to high,
They're taking him to Belle Reve.
Yeah.
Which is where the Creature Commandos are. So I'm very curious
So
if
he's going to be
he'll show
with
up
them.
next season.
But I loved that because this is a complaint that we've had.
Yeah.
Is you'll have a really good villain, and at the end of the movie,
That's my biggest complaint.
they get killed off.
Every single time.
Yep.
And like, there's no one in this movie dies.
Well, the nanotech woman.
I don't think she's dead.
Oh yeah, they did
She's
say
still
her
breathing.
heartbeat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's still
they
breathing.
said her heartbeat.
They
That's
didn't
right.
kill
Yeah. No,
anybody.
They didn't kill anybody.
Who can come back and be important in the next movie or another movie, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the cool thing about DCU that I think there's a huge opportunity here that Marvel has just fumbled with, which is why doesn't Spider-Man show up in Daredevil? Why doesn't Spider-Man show
Yes,
up in Thunderbolts?
right.
Like, I do feel like with James Gunn and his casting decisions here, he's not getting Robert Downey Jr.'s. He's getting like B-tier actors, so they're cheaper. And, you know, we already know Hawkgirl's going to be in Peacemaker Season 2. Lanterns are getting their own show. Rick Flag Sr. was in
Yeah.
this movie. He's in Creature Commandos. Peacemaker was in this movie. I think it's easier to get these characters to show up and be important
Right.
because they're not Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I mean, thank God. I'm so
You know?
sick and tired of seeing the same Hollywood cast. I know Rachel Brosnahan from Mrs. Maisel. I mean, she was in a
she's
film that we just saw too.
The best Lois Lane, though.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
she just
that
like
interview scene with her.
Oh, I know.
So good.
She did not let up either.
No.
And so at this point in the movie, you know, they had already been dating for a few months. And I loved her gumption because that's Lois Lane.
Yes.
Like kind of like this
Intense.
little ankle biting reporter. Like, hey, I'm following the truth. Sorry, I'm not going to let up. Like, what did you say? What did you mean when you said that? You didn't say it was off the record. I'm going to use it. Really, really just aggressive in her pursuit of the truth.
Yeah.
And I really, really like that. Because she didn't at all back down just because her boyfriend is Superman. No, she wasn't at all intimidated by him. When he started to get worked up and stuff, she put pause. She's like, listen, you're not even handling this well. Like, these are the questions I would ask.
Right.
You know, she never lost her cool. And I really like that about her because me as a woman, when I see, especially the portrayal of female characters in film recently, my complaint has been they don't seem... There's no, like, energy and liveliness and spunkiness behind, like, they kind of have, like, dead eyes. And, again, I hate to, but it's only because it's the most recent superhero movie we've seen, but Thunderbolts. The women in that movie were so freaking dull and lifeless behind the eyes.
They're very sad.
Very sad.
They're very sad.
It was just, like, I hate this rhetoric that, oh, in order to be, like, a tough, confident woman, you have to have some kind of level of dejection or depression or low self-confidence, or you have to be alone in some way. Like, that does not at all resonate with me. This Lois Lane definitely resonated with me.
I mean, she is
you
you.
know me.
She is you.
I do not give up for something. I would make a great journalist.
That interview scene, I was like, I've been in this. I've been in Superman's position before
Yeah.
with Kite Tails.
I loved her so much. She had her own character too. You know, they made her like an ex-punk rocker, and you know, it had like allusions to her being a big,
Punk rock fan.
yeah, partier and whatnot. But I just really, really loved the depiction of her character. I really liked, there was a little bit of you could tell that her and Jimmy were really close too. The way they both interacted with Jimmy, kind of like,
Yeah.
wrestling him a little bit like that.
Yeah,
and-
Jimmy literally feels like that little brother
Yeah,
you work with.
yeah.
You know, it's like
That's
everyone
what it
has that
felt
little
like.
brother who you
Right.
can kind of pick on, but at the same time, Jimmy got game.
Yeah, oh yeah, Jimmy, like, it was so funny.
Every single woman in that movie is giving Jimmy bedroom eyes.
Yes,
the
every
entire
single-
movie.
Right. I mean, it's a huge plot point.
It's a huge plot
Like,
point, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, Lex's girlfriend
Eve.
is still like, carrying a torch for Jimmy. 'cause
Yeah, mutant
apparently
toes.
It's like mutant toes. It's just such a fun movie. I will say, so I remember pre-COVID, movie theater experiences used to be
Oh,
really
yeah.
animated and fun and lively. I remember when theaters were packed, and some people like to go to the theater and just sit like in silence with twiddling thumbs, watching, nodding. Yes, slow clap. They like that experience. If I'm going to go to a theater, I want the experience of watching a movie with other people. I like the laughter. I like the clapping on screen, when a certain character shows up. I like that kind of reception. We went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine in our close theater. And it was kind of just respectful.
Yes,
Like,
Deadpool, excellent.
Deadpool,
Oh,
excellent.
Wolverine, excellent.
Then we went to a theater that was a little farther away. That's in a busier
It's
section.
more touristy area of
It's
town.
more and that theater.
They
was,
lost their minds.
That theater was lit.
But it was some of the most fun we've had in a movie.
It was
And like
so freaking fun.
we saw Deadpool and Wolverine in Dolby, the
Yeah.
highest quality. And then,
Right.
yes, Deadpool,
Yes,
Wolverine.
Deadpool.
But then we saw it at like a crappier theater.
Yeah.
And it was more fun
It
because
was
they were
more
having fun.
The audience was
They were
so
losing
just-
their
yeah.
minds that entire movie. It was just so enjoyable.
They're clapping and whistling when, each character chanting Tatum's character. There's like this thunderous applause.
Just
and
people lost it.
so I want to see, I wouldn't mind seeing this film again.
I
in
wouldn't mind
that
seeing it again
theater.
because it's great.
Yeah, I loved the film, but I feel like if we went to that theater,
Yeah.
it would be fun.
It would be fun.
You know.
I think we should.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
go
we
see it
should too.
again.
We'll go see it again. We'll go support it. I'm so incredibly giddy about this film. I really loved the message of it too, just about his, what humanity means for him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another thing I hate is when there is a bad guy like Lex and the hero like Superman. If there was ever a moment for him to show him empathy or like I'm gonna get you, and he backs off, like there was none of that. He just folded his arms. He's like, yeah, you're gonna like. He looked at him like we all know you're getting arrested. I'm not gonna try and intervene for you. I'm not gonna try and help. No, you're gonna get what you deserve. I love that. Please do not back down on what a character has coming toward them because you feel like, oh, I can change them. No, Superman was just like staring at you like, yeah, you're gonna get yours. Everyone wanted to see him get his. Mm-hmm. There was no intervening on his behalf.
And then Krypto gave him his.
Yeah, Krypto. Krypto was so freaking funny. And the best thing though was seeing why he's so misbehaved.
That's such a great reveal. The fact that Krypto is Supergirl's dog.
Yes, Superman
and
was
she is a party girl.
Him. Yes.
And she is not a good dog owner.
No. And so immediately when she walks in, Krypto takes her.
She's like
shaking
beating her.
Shaking her violently. She's just having a great time. She's laughing. She's getting dragged over
and Alan
the floor.
Tudyk, K2SO, reprising his role as Robot in this movie, says, this is not healthy.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
His little robot stuff were really, really cute too. Yeah. It was such an enjoyable overall movie. 10 out of 10. Very, I'm very, very pleased. That's probably one of my favorite movies this year.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Just because I feel like we live in such a horrible, horrible, depressing timeline right now. And
it's a lot of war.
It was
a lot of sadness.
Really nice to have this little tiny fantasy break. Like, I wish that's how things were. I wish people had this wholesome goodness in them. I wish we had some figureheads like that, that are about doing the right thing and saving people and just being a good human. You don't have to be perfect, but you just have to be good. I love that message. It resonates with me so much right now. Like, I freaking wish we had a Superman.
Man, so do I.
I wish we had a Superman.
We need one.
Just to, But I also love how, and I noticed this in the beginning too, well, Superman has always been very Jesus coded, right?
Yes.
He's always been, even the pose and one of the...
Well, even the creator of Superman was he's based on Jesus.
Zack Snyder, where he has the crucifixion.
Yeah, he's doing the crossbows. Yeah. Superman is Jesus.
So he's
Might
Jesus.
well.
But in the very beginning of this film, when they give you a rundown, like it was like
3,000 years ago, Krypton...
Metahumans arrived.
Yeah.
And 3 decades ago...
300 years ago, Krypton was destroyed, and 3 decades ago, Superman came to Earth.
3 decades ago, Superman came to Earth, and then 3 years ago...
he started being Superman.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
So he's only been Superman for like 3 years.
Yeah, he's 33.
He's 33, which is the same age as Jesus when he started his ministry. And so I thought, oh, yeah, there's a lot of 3 alliteration there. I was like, yeah, it was clearly like... but yeah, he's like, as Jesus as a superhero, would be Superman.
Right.
Like,
he's got a drunk cousin, just like Jesus.
Yeah. So that was just like his drunk cousins drinking too much wine. But he was just... I just can't talk about how much we love this movie enough. So we wanted to talk about it, give you a very honest review, because we're just two regular people. We love film, we love media, we love shows.
Sure do.
We watch it just because it's a hobby for us, but we spend time together. We both enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I think we're very, very lucky too that neither one of us is so incredibly miserable and cynical to the point where we can't enjoy anything anymore without feeling like we have to pad it with criticism, because people have this perception of critics. If you say something, if I say something contrary to, if it's too positive, you can't rant and rave about something, that means you're not intellectual enough if you can't find a flaw. That is such a tiring, just
it's
annoying,
really bad personality
obnoxious. If you are like that, I don't want to be friends with you.
If you're like that, you're never going to find love.
Yes,
sadly.
Just STFU at that point. Like, you will never know. You're not a happy person,
right.
Okay? If we see something, an objectively good film, you should be able to say, it's a 10 out of 10. It's perfect. Great. Go see it. I love this movie. Would watch it again. One of my favorites. That is a completely, completely valid reaction to have. And the fact that we live in this weird critic society where you have a bunch of armchair, negative people that don't want anyone to be happy, that think that their review of the movie is more it's more intellectual because I'm like, just shut up.
Well, it's strange to me because without getting too into detail, like before this movie came out, there was some hubbub, but it's like you clearly haven't seen the movie. Why are you saying this? Like why criticize a movie before it's come out, before you have a chance to see it? Right? Like if you like Superman, go see Superman, and if you don't like it, then make a video about it. But don't criticize a movie before it comes out without having seen it, just for the sake of imaginary internet points.
Right. And then wanting to see a movie do poorly or something, or I heard this. I guarantee you, if you freaking leave a comment in this video, I heard this movie was about. Just please, I will not respond. I will roll my eyes, or I will respond with a rolling eye emoji. But please, we have to stop. We have to stop criticizing things that we have not seen. You have to stop taking someone else's word for it, okay? Now, if we want to tell you the movie is great and you don't believe us, I'm going to go see it for myself.
Yeah.
Please go see it for yourself. And then come back and say it. But do not take anyone's word that you're going to hate something just because they said they don't like it for whatever reason. Again, we are extremely unbiased people here. We have no agenda. There's like 80 people subscribed to this channel.
I just want more of this.
No one's watching.
My agenda is how do I get more of these kind of movies. That's my agenda.
Yeah, our agenda is...
I would like to go see more DCU.
We have a very positive agenda, which is we want to take time to celebrate the things that do it well because we want to put things out there. It's like when we did our Joker 2 review.
Yeah.
And we said we really love Joker 2.
In retrospect,
yes,
Kojima and Tarantino had the same take as me. So I'm just calling all of you out. Two of my favorite people agree with me, so I'm good.
I changed the title of that review. I was like, Joker 2 is great, Tarantino and Kojima were right. But we said it first, right? So I think that needs to give us some cred. It
sure should.
So
it won't,
we
but it
have
should.
some cred, okay? We are just happy people. We have not lost our ability to have fun and smile and laugh. And I'm very glad and lucky that we still have that, and that they're making films that speak to that, and that this film is doing so well.
It's been a great year for movies.
Yeah, we're just happy people. We like good movies. We want to share that. So, I mean, if you're watching up until this point in the film,
you probably agree.
And
you're probably just like, nodding furiously.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me this?
And flex.
We agree with you.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here if we weren't.
Yep,
but it's frustrating.
Exactly. It is. It's frustrating. It's just frustrating to see the rhetoric and the discourse from people that say, I heard this movie sucks. I heard this.
So, I mean, this is totally off point and we're an hour in, but it's amazing as a Kojima fan. I've been playing Death Stranding 2 recently, and I'm a member of the Death Stranding subreddit. And if you recall, when that game came out, so many people said, it's a walking simulator. And now because the second game is getting like Game of the Year accolades and it's beautiful and it's like the PlayStation, it is the game to get a PlayStation 4. People are showing up in the subreddit like, man, why did I listen to people? This game is great. Like, I don't know why everyone said it's a walking sim. It's not.
Nope.
And it just like, all you had to do was like go outside your little comfort bubble and either try it for yourself or look at reviewers outside of your little comfort bubble.
Yeah.
And you would see that,
again,
it's a great game. Yes, it's a great movie. Don't listen, like, expand your horizons.
Yeah.
Listen to many people. And if you find you're disagreeing with the people who are giving you feedback, find new people.
Yeah.
You don't have to attach yourself to anybody. Don't attach yourself to us if you don't agree with our takes. Like, it's important to listen.
Yes. And to form your own opinions, please don't let anyone tell you to miss out on this movie just because they're trying to push their own agenda for whatever reason. And I know it's become very in vogue.
Everything's an agenda.
It's become hip to hate, which sucks. I've always wanted to push against that for as long as I've been on YouTube. And so that's what this is a continuation of. We're pushing against just the hatred out there that is so unwarranted. And so I really, really hope that if you were thinking about not seeing the movie, if you watched up until this point because you're like, I'm not going to watch it, I'll have the spoilers, I heard I didn't like it. I really hope this might encourage you to say, you know what? I'm just going to give it a shot. I'm going to go in open-minded. I'm going to listen. And I hope you enjoy it because we all need just a little bit of a break from work, from stress. Some of us have luckily not us, but some of us have newborns out there that are very stressed out. And you just take a little bit of a time for yourself to enjoy something, kind of just plug your brain and enjoy this little fantasy world for a second and just give yourself a nice break in the day. The film's what, a couple hours long?
It's a couple hours. I mean,
That's
someone
nothing.
once said, we come to this place for magic.
To feel. Somehow,
Heartbreak feels good in a
here.
place like this.
Because here,
We see our heroes on a big silver screen, and they bring out the best side of us.
we can't get it right. It's the Nicole Kidman.
Because here they are.
Because here, AMC Theaters, we make movies better.
Make movies better. And, all joking aside, as tired as I am of seeing that for the millionth time, there's a very real possibility in the future that, the movie theater goes away.
I know.
And it's not being helped by the fact that if a movie like Superman that has no political agenda
Right.
can somehow become politicized, have an agenda thrown upon it
I know.
by randos on the internet who haven't seen the movie, then what hope is there? Because they're going to push people away. And that's
They already have. I've been reading headlines.
it's doing well, but imagine how well it would have done had this drama not happened.
And we're avoiding saying the specifics of that, but I'm just gonna come out and say this. I'm just gonna come. If you're watching the movie, this video up until this point,
If you made it to an hour and 6 minutes,
then you're watching it. I read something about how the MAGA backlash against Superman thankfully failed, and it's doing very well at the box office. But that just makes me so sick to my stomach because my dad, who grew up with comic books, we took a box of his comics that were from
70s.
The
60s,
70s.
late 60s, early 70s.
it was
Spider-Man.
classic comic books. He's always loved comics. He's always loved superheroes. He's always loved Superman. He said he loves Christopher Reeves. And he asked what we were doing this weekend, and I told him we were going to go see Superman. And he's like, really? Well, have you heard anything about that movie? Because I just heard it wasn't very good. I heard that they're just focused on the wrong things. And he was kind of beating around the bush. I didn't want to ask because I already have a very volatile relationship with my father over conflicting worldviews and conflicting morals and whatnot. And I just thought to myself, how incredibly sad is this? My dad would be the perfect candidate to watch one of his comic book heroes. And now he's avoiding the movie because some dipshit is talking about things that they have no idea to anger people against what?
There's no
My
reason.
God, I heard the movie was the movie's woke. If you really see this movie and you think there is something woke about it, then I pray
It says
to God,
more about you.
please get offline because you are being horribly
You're
manipulated.
being brainwashed.
You're being used as a cog in a machine, and it is not for your well-being. Whoever is telling this information is lying to you, okay?
They want you to be
there's
sad.
They do not want you to enjoy things. They do not want you to have a wholesome message, which I think is the most important thing here. They don't want them to have a good, wholesome character.
No,
They
you
don't
can't
want
have
them to
that.
have a good example of what it means to be human and helping other people and working as a team. They don't want you to have that. You need to think about that. Think about why.
And for those of you who made it to the hour and 8-minute mark, who are violently agreeing with us, we understand.
We understand.
We understand. We're right
Trust
there
me,
with you.
we have the same frustrations. And so I was so thrilled to see that this movie is doing well because, like you said, we might not have movies forever. We might not even have this experience of going to the theater.
No,
We might lose
very
that in
real
our
potential.
lifetime.
Yeah, I don't expect to be able to see movies when we're 80.
And we can't
It's gonna be at
have
home.
fun anymore. My God.
I know.
Why can't we have a nice, fun, enjoyable, sweet little superhero movie?
It's crazy
Why
because
can't we have this though?
you look back in time. It's the summer. It's the summer blockbuster, right?
Yes.
Jaws was the first real blockbuster
Right.
where people were lining up, busting the block to see the
Yeah.
movies. And you look back in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, going to the movies was such a magical experience because a lot of people didn't have TVs at home. Or if they did, it's tiny little black and white, but they didn't play movies on TV. You had, news and, children's television show. Like, the movie was an escape. And
Right.
it very much still is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you have shows that are, like, there are shows that are great. Like, I would say Severance is great, Andor's great. You have shows that are like movies. But nothing can replicate
No.
that feeling of being in a theater with other people who are just like you, experiencing this thing for the first time, laughing, crying, screaming, whatever the reaction is. You can only get that at a movie theater.
Yeah.
And, not to make it like even more political than it is, but like the movies are a business. And the movie theater is a local establishment, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're not just
All the
entertaining
people that it
yourself,
employs,
you're
right.
supporting your local businesses and the local teenagers working the concession
Yeah.
stand, and like you're giving them job. Like, there's so much to be said about the importance of cinema in its place as not just an American thing, but like you look at the way South Koreans treat movies. It's
Right.
it's sacred. You look at film in France and it's sacred. Like, we could lose this,
Yeah.
and I would hate to have that happen.
I know.
It's a huge part of
And
like
all
the
just
last
because,
century.
there is this push, though, that every single movie that doesn't go against, that in for whatever way has been deemed, okay, now we all have to hate this. For what reason? I don't know. We just have to do it. That is so sad to me. So please, again, if you're watching this far, just give it a chance. And you know what? When you actually walk out and say, hey, I enjoyed that, maybe you're going to think, like, this could be a paradigm shift in your life.
Yeah, it could be that realization that like
It could be that realization that you are being...
turn off the internet.
Yes, please. My God, we don't have social media accounts. Look at how freaking normal and rational we are. We don't look up to anybody. When we want to know something, we research it ourselves. When we want to see if a show or a movie is good, we go watch it.
Yeah.
We'll check it out. Let's check out this show.
Let's watch 10 minutes.
We watched an episode of this show on Netflix I heard was good. We didn't like it. We didn't watch it again. But that was it.
That's it.
That was it.
Made an informed decision based on our own
That
opinions.
was just it.
That's it.
So that's how...
Now, I get it. Like, movies cost money, but this is a safe one to go see. If you like Christopher Reeve's
just-
Superman
it's-
movies,
it's
you're
the-
going to like this movie. I think like
the
it's
safest movie.
It's a safe movie to spend your money on.
Yes. So I think we're gonna wrap it up because now our review is super long.
It's like Superman.
Superman and super long. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. It's a little bit more impassioned and personal movie review, but unfortunately necessary to add this addendum to the end of our review just because I'm sick and tired of this critic culture. I think it's just so incredibly nasty and repulsive, the smugness, the arrogance in thinking that anyone is an authority on telling someone else, don't go see this movie because it has these agendas. Shut up before I stuff you in a locker. Okay? Seriously.
I'm gonna do to you what Flash Thompson did to Peter Parker before he got bit by a
We're
spider.
gonna give you a wedgie and stuff you in a locker. Like, stop talking, please. Okay? You have no idea what you're talking about. So yeah. Hopefully you will tune in for, our next rave review. And until next
Fantastic Four next.
time. Fantastic Four.
Here we go.
We'll review
We'll
that.
see.
But see, we're not afraid to say when something fell short of expectations. Like I said, I didn't really enjoy Thunderbolts.
And I did.
Yeah.
It's
And
okay.
That's it.
That's okay.
That's literally it.
It's totally fine.
There was no like, oh, you shouldn't go see this movie. I'm never going to tell someone to not go see something. My God. Get a life. Anyways, thanks for watching our review.
Thank you. I'm Flex.
I tell us.
Goodbye.
I will see you next time. Bye. Cool. That'll get saved. That'll get saved.
How are you recording?